I want to invite one of those parents up. It's Kelly Watson, and she's going to be dedicating her child today. But more than that, I wanted Kelly to come forward to tell us a little bit about what she's been discovering through the community Bible experience. For example, if you're new to us, keep in mind we're reading through the entire New Testament in about 8 weeks. And so I wanted Kelly to come and just tell us from the standpoint of a mom what that journey's been like. So Kelly, let me just begin by asking you, tell us a little bit about your spiritual journey over the last couple of years.
Okay, first I didn't know that you were going to show that before I came up, so I'm like, hold back the tears. So the past 2 years, we came to E3. We moved here from Chicago, and I would say just kind of where I started when we came here is I just was not in the Word daily. I don't know that my prayer life was consistent. I don't know how much I was really teaching my little ones in the home. And so God really provided the opportunities when we came to E3 just to get me involved in the Tuesday morning WOW study with the ladies, to join the MOPS group and get involved in like a summer Bible study with that. Plugged my husband and I into a small group. And so through the 2 years, I'm so humbled to say that I've been able to read through Job. Have gone through half the patriarchs because I did have Katie during that time. We have read through Proverbs and Ruth, and so it's just pretty amazing to see how God has really submerged me into the Word these past 2 years.
Okay, with all of that though, I'm getting a little overwhelmed. Did you ever have moments of, because you have 3 children, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so 3 children. You're in the Women of the Word in that study, a life group, and then all of a sudden we add the reading of the New Testament. How you been doing? Have you been keeping up?
By the grace of God, I have.
Is that not amazing?
It is.
People?
It really
Yeah.
it is. It's totally amazing. And I didn't know that the life groups were doing community Bible experience when I signed up for the Tuesday morning. And then we had the Parenting with a Purpose on Wednesday. We do Jungle Jam with Brady on Wednesday. And then you add in a couple swimming lessons. Like literally every night was packed. And so when this happened, I was like, what? And so, but God is so good. And he has really multiplied my time. Todd, my husband, has been just so willing to give me an hour or so here or there so I could go off and read. And it's just pretty amazing. So,
how has the reading through the New Testament changed you?
I would say probably the life application. I mean, honestly, like what I can take from God's Word. I mean, you should see my book because I read it and I take notes at the same time. And so, I mean, my notes are lengthy anyway, but then I highlight. Well, I was like highlighting everything. And I'm like, okay, this is pretty much just reading a blank page because everything is being highlighted. So now I have like pen marks, squares, highlights. And I mean, we got done with 1 Corinthians and I'm like, we need to memorize this entire book because it's so applicable and taking it and being able to teach my kids God's Word.
Give us a couple of the life applications that have really ministered to you, or a couple of the discoveries that you have found through the reading of the New Testament. It can be anything you want to choose. Give me a couple of them.
Okay, so I brought my notes.
Okay.
Well, first of all, I've never read the Bible from first. So I'm okay. Stop. Let me start over. Okay, so I think God totally prepared my heart because with all the Old Testament books that I've read in the past 2 years. So then reading the New Testament, which I've never done from the first to the finish, I've just really seen how it's all connected, like the big picture of it all. And that has just totally enlightened me, opened me up, understanding the prophecies that have been fulfilled, understanding who Paul is. Like I really had no idea like all the books he wrote, and really just what Jesus Christ went through here on earth. And it just really humbles me because the passion that they had in sharing God's Word. And I have that. And being able to teach my kids. It's pretty overwhelming. And then also, and you probably can laugh at this, but the genealogy. I mean, have you guys ever read those names and just kind of skipped over it because it's so many? And so, but now I don't know who all the people are, but I know a lot more of them and what their story was or where they come from in the line, and that's pretty incredible for me just to have that knowledge.
That is absolutely wonderful. Let me just clarify one thing. Mm-hmm. You actually read the genealogies.
I did.
Wow. Is that not impressive? Kelly, what a motivation you are. And what a great reminder of how God's Word ministers to our hearts. Thank you for sharing. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, just thank you. I'm a little nervous about this, but thank you for letting me share.
Hey, anytime somebody gets up to speak, they deserve a big round of applause, don't they? Thank you so much, Kelly.